FalleN, congrats on the win. Yesterday didn't start so good, obviously, but over here you bounced back very dominant win. What did you do to bounce back in such good form here?
Hello, everyone. I think yesterday just didn't perform well enough. Mainly myself, I didn't play a good game. So try to forget about the match at the night, check the mistakes we made, make sure we vote for the next Inferno match, and try to come in fresh for the second game. Completely different team. Team one for me, it's a much more strategical team as they have always been. So try to take a look on what they're doing. But at the same time, we knew they have been boot camping. They had Peacemaker just not long ago, so they might put some new strategies into the match. So it was more about making sure we play strong, and I think we're able to do that today.
You yourself have seemingly done some new strategies as well. Even in the Blast Showdown, you, as a team, looked in really good form. What kind of work are you putting in? Because this iteration of the lineup looks really good with JOTA and zakk. So what are they bringing to the team, and how's that working out for you this time around?
I think we have put in a lot of work, mainly making sure we are getting updated with the meta in terms of strategies and openings people are doing on both sides. Also, sometimes looking to the past and bringing some strategies that people are not really using, but we know they're strong, we know the capabilities of such strategies, and sometimes bringing one here and there. Zakk has been an outstanding coach, very good for the atmosphere for the team. He knows about the game too in terms of preparation, watching the opponents, making sure we get good vetoes. So he's kind of the glue for the team. I think he's doing a super good job. And when it comes to JOTA, I think JOTA is a completely different player from Fer. Even if they play a couple of similar positions, I think JOTA takes care of trying to organize people around him as well. When Fer was much more about what he would do and not really focused on helping people around him. So that's kind of a trade you get when we traded Fer for JOTA. But I mean, I still miss Fer, a completely strong gameplay, but JOTA brings a lot of versatility when it comes to prepare the team and also make sure we're communicating new steps into the round, and also that's very helpful as well. And the team has been preparing the best we can, and some ups and downs, but so far satisfied.
Doesn't really look like much of a last dance anymore. It just kind of looks like you're really gearing up for, I think you've talked about it before with one last really good year. Not to make it that kind of narrative, but just going into this major is going to be the last in CSGO. It's been a very historical game for you. So how do you feel about that kind of prospect about going into the last CSGO major as well?
Yeah, for me personally, it feels like a last dance every time because I don't know how much more I can play. It's I have been trying the best, and part of me want to go and explore the ability to stay home and have a normal life, because I have been playing only CS for the last 2 or 3 years and basically not having a house, every time on the road, hotel for hotel, city to city. And I'm already 31 years old. I have other things to do in my life too. I have a wife, I have a family, so it's very complicated. So for me, it's always the last dance. When we first started, we wanted to go 1 year, maybe 2 with the other fellas, with old teammates, but things doesn't go exactly as you plan every time. And when I was finishing the last year after the real major, I felt the urge to still compete more. I still want to. Last Dance had a vibe where we would play to win, of course, but at the same time it was more relaxed because we knew we wanted to make sure we would have fun too. And then for this year, I wanted to be trying to compete at extra level again. So I wanted to stop like that. So for me, it personally feels like a last dance. I don't know how much more I'm going to play, but this major is very important because it's the last. I have been able to qualify for all the majors I played, regardless of the one when COVID kicked in. So it would be quite a challenging and great achievement to be able to play on all of them. So for me, ultra important. And you always want to be on the major, so it's always special. And we want to finish CSGO being there.
Is there any team you'd want to go up against for your deciding match? Obviously, there's been this whole rivalry with Complexity a little bit. Even the last major, you kind of knocked them out. I know you're still 1 game away from that potentially, but is there any team you'd want to play if you make it to the qualifying round there?
Yeah, playing Complexity has always been very fun. I think we qualified to Rio, beating them. Super hard game. I think they were able to qualify to Pro League, beating us, if I'm not wrong, not far away. And then we just beat them online now. So it would be always fun to play Complexity, but hopefully we can play smaller teams, honestly. I think Complexity is a great team. They have always experience playing against European teams, but it's always challenging. The teams from South America are not doing bad either, so any opponent is going to be super difficult. This RMR is probably the most challenging one for us, and we got to make sure we play our best.
One more, you also qualified for the Blast Spring Final. It's a really big event, obviously, and a big chance for this team specifically. So looking forward to even attending that kind of event. How do you feel about the potential of going into that event with the kind of teams that are at that event?
It feels like that would be the ultimate test, you know, like all the best teams in the world are going to be playing there when we found a way to be there as well. So it's going to be a huge event, a lot of quality, and it feels like it's going to be a less dance opportunity to show how good you can do against the big dogs. So it's going to be nice.